Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday. Sorry that I'm a few minutes late. Good morning to Just Lovely. You don't want to get up? Girl, I kind of felt that way this morning too. But it's like, to me, this morning, I woke up probably right at about 5:20. And I wanted to go back to sleep, but I was like, nah, let me just try to go ahead and stay up for the show. Now the thing is, I'm not extremely tired today because y'all, I slept good yesterday. Ooh, that's probably why y'all ain't see me up on the YouTube streets last night. Cause while y'all was being messy, looking around, I was asleep. But either way, happy Friday. We made it to Friday. We made it to Friday again. But good morning, Just Lovely. Good morning to Sophie. Good morning to Tabay. Good morning to LaDon. Good morning to Cheryl Burnett. LaDon, I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel. Good morning, DC moderator. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel, LaDon, but I finally went over there and found you. So I subscribed over there to you. LaDon got a YouTube channel, y'all. I don't know what she be over there talking about, but I suppose she be over there talking about gay pride events. Considering that she got the rainbow flag by her name, I'm assuming that she's talking about gay pride events. Good morning to Dreamy Jeannie. Good morning to everybody. Oh, oh, you talk about, oh, you used to discuss your early recovery. Hmm. I didn't even know you had any recovery. But this weekend, I should have time to go over there and be nosy. I'll go over there and look around. Oh, you cover all things. Okay, I'll go over there and be nosy. But yeah, so y'all, yesterday, y'all, once I got settled in for my day, and I mean truly settled, y'all, I caught myself taking a nap, and 3 hours later, I woke up. By the time I woke up 3 hours later, I had already been marinating chicken overnight with some chicken wings overnight since Thursday night, or excuse me, since Wednesday night. And so 3 hours later from my nap, I woke up, threw them chicken wings up in the air fryer. I ate two wings, took my shower, and I ended up being out again. And I just woke up at like 5:20. Oh, 5 years sober. Well, congratulations. So yeah, I was tired. But either way, I labeled this Clash of the Titans. Get ready with me, Clash of the Titans edition. If I have to pinpoint a Clash of the Titans, y'all, I would have to say that this week definitely has embodied the clashing of the Titans. At the beginning of the week, y'all, there was a lot of coverage about the unfortunate tragedy that happened in Vegas. If you have been researching or following that story at all, wouldn't you say that that was like a clash of the Titans with those two men? A clash of the Titans with couple against couple? A clash of the Titans, like who is going to be on top? Good morning, Patricia Alexander. Who is going to reign supreme, etc. So I have been still trying to follow this, y'all. I was able to catch a glimpse of Wiley on a panel last night while I was eating my chicken wings, and Wiley Wally stated that they had another court appearance. So, okay, the first court appearance, if I'm not mistaken, was on Tuesday. That's the one that Wally was there and he got interviewed by the news. I believe that was on Tuesday. Yes. And then there was another court appearance yesterday. And I think Wally said that he went to that one too. I believe he said he did. Because he was talking about While it was talking about the charges that were coming up for the man Sin City Manny, while it was also talking about the evidence that they have, one thing though, before I get into what I have found about what happened in court, is I want to show y'all. Remember on my last Get Ready With Me Wednesday morning when I was telling you both of their YouTube channels was down? I said Sin City Manny's channel was down and Finny the Legends channel was down. I said Finny the Legends channel was down due to him having a live on there that captured everything on film. And Manny's channel was down due to them putting it down so that they could have it for court evidence. Well, shortly after I ended that live with y'all on Wednesday morning, I was scrolling. Okay, DC said next court date is July 3rd. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Shortly after I ended my live talking to y'all about that, I was scrolling and I ended up realizing that Finny the Legends channel came back. So let me go ahead and get my screen. Which I was like, what? How his channel came back? I said, how in the world? His channel back, y'all. The one thing that I did see right here as I was looking at his channel being back. First off, they had this channel. Good morning, Bertha May. Girl, I was wondering where you was because I saw your videos over there hitting. I said, what in the hell going on with Bertha May? I thought they was over there probably trying to give you 3 strikes or something, and that's why you had to put the videos down. So I'm happy to see you around because I was like, where in the hell is you? Oh, Bertha May, I do have something to ask you. I do. That's what made me go over there to look on your channel because I had a question to ask you, if you don't mind sticking around. But let me go ahead about Finny, his channel being back. So let's look here, y'all. I ended up coming across this because I guess that people were sharing it, YouTubers specifically were sharing this channel. Because unfortunately, y'all, I think this family died without life insurance, which is sad. And I'm so tired of seeing this happen within the Black community. We always, or I won't say we always, but I see it too often where incidents happen, accidents happen, things happen, and we don't have the life insurance, y'all. What is we doing? Now I can understand with these people, kind of. Maybe they didn't have it because they are YouTubers. But this is the reason why I don't understand why people decide to be full-time YouTubers. That right there is a prime example of why I disagree and I don't understand why people do it. Because if you don't have any benefits, if you don't have anything like that, then why be a full-time YouTuber? This is also another reason why I always dispel the lies about me being unemployed, because ain't no way I would be foolish enough to depend on YouTube to pay my bills, but then also to have to worry about how I'm going to pay when I need to go to the dentist, how I'm going to pay when I need to go to the hospital, how I need to pay with health insurance, life insurance, all this. And the sad thing is, these people had several kids. I thought that they had I thought they might have had a couple of kids, but no, y'all. I think they had about 4 or 5 kids, y'all. But either way, the channel is back. The unfortunate part about glancing at this channel, y'all, is this is their last live that was streamed 5 days ago. Y'all, they depicted and went through their every move and every step leading up to this tragedy. And it's really sad because this is their highest viewed video now. Now, this is their highest viewed video at 127K views. And just imagine how sad and unfortunate it is that for them to get their highest viewed video, they had to lose their lives. Think about that. To get to their highest video, even look at their subscriber count. Before all this happened, y'all, they had a subscriber count of maybe 2,000, 3,000 at the most. Now they had to lose their lives to get 7,000 subscribers. And they got 199 videos over here. Not only that, but if you actually scroll down through the videos, you can see the videos where he was talking about the other guy. You see these video right here where it says Panty. Any of these videos where you see Panty, that's him having a video where he is antagonizing and or dragging the man who carried out this heinous act. So like this one, Panty, Tragic, or Finny. Over here, let's see. Scrolling. Anytime you see him saying Panty this or Panty that, he talking about that guy. That's who he talking about. Which I think is funny too, because even over there, they make up nicknames for each other so that they don't have to say each other by name. I mean, it's very similar to the beef sector. You see this one right here, P. Manny. That's him talking about the dude right here. The dude right here, P. Manny. P. Manny. Y'all, every video, Manny. Every live, Manny Wise. Every live is about this man. Y'all, it's wild. If you just go over here and just look around, it is wild to see. It is wild to see. So, clearly there was an issue with them, but they ended up having a clash of the Titans, inevitably. What's good, Lemons Lake? They had the clash of the Titans, and now it is what it is. Now, one thing that I heard Wiley speaking with was that, or one thing I heard Wiley speaking about, he said that there seems to be an issue because Manny's wife, and this is all allegedly, according to Wiley, Manny's wife must have tried to delete videos off Manny's channel. So this is another reason why one of the channels are gone. I thought that the authorities made the channel go away because it was for investigation. I had no clue that Manny, who was the person who committed this crime against that couple, that his wife then in turn started going through the channels, deleting videos. How about that? Deleting the videos, deleting the lives, trying to get rid of the evidence. So this is another reason too why I believe the authorities felt the need to go ahead and get rid of that channel, to take it off of YouTube. And I'm like, the wife, yes, I understand loving your partner. Yes, I understand loving your spouse and all this. But at what cost? To get yourself caught up in this mess, maybe even accomplice or an accessory, because you trying to go through and delete videos? For what? Deleting the videos will not undo the crime that was committed. Deleting the videos will not prevent them from being able to recover the videos later. Deleting the live streams is not going to save your husband. Good morning, Miss BB. Now it seems that Manny is claiming self-defense in this entire thing. And I was actually able to go and I found a few other video clips, y'all, where it's definitely not self-defense. I saw one video clip on another YouTuber's channel in which he was already building up his alibi beforehand. When you do a live stream building up your alibi before committing the crime, That right there is showing premeditation. I watched a video clip of this man, Manny, driving around in his car, and he was basically saying, yeah, um, if my enemy is, if he approaches me, he's done. If he approaches me, he's done. If that clown comes at me, he's done. He was saying this type of things while he driving around looking for them. How you gonna be driving around looking for them, talking about if they approach you, what you gonna do? But you driving around looking for them. This is all of the stuff that is on that channel that the wife was trying to get rid of the videos and get rid of the lives for. Which now I wonder if there is gonna be some type of repercussion for the wife for doing that, tampering with evidence. You know. Also, I heard Wiley mention that it's being said that the wife tried to get rid of the clothing items that her husband wore. Her husband must have had on like I don't know, a particular shirt, particular sneakers, particular outfit, whatever. And that the wife in turn was getting those items of clothing and trying to dispose of those items. And I'm thinking to myself, what really is the point or the reason or rationale to try to dispose of items of clothing when he was caught on video doing what he did? Like, the actions of his wife just don't make sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to y'all, because it don't make sense to me at all. If he walked up in the frame of this man doing a live stream and he caught on the video, then why is his wife trying to get rid of the clothing? We already saw you up in the video with the clothes on. The epitome of backpedaling and pussy popping. But again, this is the Clash of the Titans. What's going on? Now, the most recent thing that I found that I want to tell y'all about real quick is that I found this article, and this is the most recent one, which was posted about 11 hours ago. And the title, and the reason why I'm not sharing my screen with it, because it has trigger words up in it. So, you understand. I don't want to share my screen with the trigger words, but it does say YouTube feud turns fatal on Vegas Strip. Sin City Manny accused of unaliving down Finney the Legend and wipe outside of Bellagio. The ill-fated intersection of digital animosity and real-world violence manifested starkly on the Las Vegas Strip when a confrontation between two YouTubers turned deadly. Body camera footage, now public, shows 41-year-old Manuel Ruiz surrendering to authorities following the fatal unaliving of fellow content creator Rodney Finley, 44, and his wife Tanisha, 43. The incident occurred outside the Bellagio Hotel and Casino late Sunday night, as reported by Fox 5. Ruiz, known as Sin City Manny online, had reportedly been embroiled in a prolonged feud with Rodney Finley, who went by Finney the Legend on his YouTube channel. The dispute hinted to possibly revolve around copyright issues, escalated tragically on the Strip. Police said the couple was found deceased on the scene after being pow-powed just before 11 p.m. Ruiz then opted to turn himself in the next morning around 10 a.m. as obtained by News 3 Las Vegas. During the surrender, caught on camera, an officer is heard instructing Ruiz to face the wall and inquires about any weapons. After securing him with handcuffs, the officer fetches a chair for Ruiz to sit while they go to speak with the superior. Ruiz's subsequent detainment took place at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Headquarters, where he claimed the unaliving was in self-defense and professed to have fled upon noticing police convergence, according to his arrest report, as per News 3 Las Vegas. Detectives presented Ruiz with footage from the live stream of the incident, which seems to contrarily show Ruiz advancing towards Rodney Finley before firing. The online feud, categorized by mutual insults and threatening videos from Ruiz, was cited by authorities as an alleged motive. Ruiz is currently held without bail and is slated to appear in court Thursday morning, as Fox 5 detailed. So that's one of the latest articles that I just saw about it, which gives a little bit more detail about what was going on. But there's that. Unfortunate, ain't it? Let me scroll up to see what y'all said. Let's see. LaDon said it was premeditated, pure stupidity. And then Lemons Lake said, "Oh, really? Wow. It's it's a rap talk about self-defense." Just Lovely said, "People already screen record their video." Mm-hmm. Let me see. He looked so lame on the video with him driving around. Then Sophie said, "Same as here in the beef sector, just just a matter of time." I agree. And I was hearing people make commentary about like how the people in the beef sector should be careful and should be worried and this, that, and the third. But I'm thinking to myself, really? I don't know. I feel like in the beef sector, we've seen stuff like this similar. It's just nobody was unalive. But that's it. We have seen people meet up. I mean, heck, since the introduction with the Mo3 sector, we done seen them pull up and actually lay hands on each other. I mean, we have seen these things all across. It's just that we never saw anybody unalive anybody. Even as far as this, the beef sector didn't need this in order to teach us not to let people know your whereabouts in real time, in live time. We've seen this before, even to the whole infamous IHOP gate. The only reason why Shireen was able to show up there is because she was able to see where they were located in real time on the live. So, if anything, the beef sector should have had learned the ins and outs about that type of thing back in 2020. Well, yeah, back in 2020 when the IHOP gate initially happened. Then, even before IHOP gate, I think it was you know, remember whenever they saw Brianna coming out of the restaurant. The only reason why I believe that they knew that she was at the restaurant is I believe she was on a live stream herself. She wasn't on camera, but she mentioned that that's where she was going to get her dinner. If I'm not mistaken, she could correct me if I'm lying. That's where she was going to get her dinner. And just because her saying that's where she was going to get her dinner, then that ended up happening. Hmm. We've seen stuff like this time and time again, time and time before. This lemon troll said, "At first I thought it was a false, but now this issue's real. I hope nobody in our sector would be that dumb." LaDon said, if this goes how they want, the B sector will be destroyed because YouTube gonna be halting a lot of things. Doxing will become a legal thing. All the cursing and penal fighting gonna become extinct. Y'all, the one thing that I would love to see YouTube do, and I mean really love to see YouTube do on the heels of something like this, is actually make it mandatory for people to actually disclose their government information. People talk about how doxing is so bad, but what if YouTube actually changed the rules in which you had to register with your government information and it had to check out? And before you could even have an active YouTube channel or be an active content creator, you had to upload your government issued ID associated with your channel. What if they clink down like that now? Because at this particular point, people could just create a channel and they don't have to authenticate as anything or anybody. This is the reason for there being so many trolls. But a flip side of that is if they made people doing. Now, of course, when you go the route of monetization, then there is when you go the route of monetization, there are certain things that you have to do in relation to your government issued ID. Hence the reason why a lot of people would prefer not to even be monetized. But just imagine, I'm sitting here looking at this troll called Lemon's Late Night. What if this troll called Lemon's Late Night would have had to actually issue their government ID along with this troll page name before they could be allowed to type up in the chat? What if? And Dr. Sophie said that's next. Just Lovely said, oh, I seen a video describing just that. This girl lost her YouTube money. The Lemon Troll said they could try, but people would find a way around it because people love a challenge. Yeah. Now I was thinking to the Lemon Troll page. I was thinking that people would lie about their identity, but that's one of the reasons too why I was saying perhaps then that's why you would need to put a government issued ID with it. I know they're gonna have to think of something. So on the one hand, where doxing would have been considered some type of crime, at the rate of the way things going, doxing might be a mandatory thing on here. It might be. You just don't know. LaDon said, most of us have our accounts connected to their phones. Not many people smart enough to change the IP address or use burner phones. And Sophie said, there will be process improvements. All of this will change. They would just use someone else's info. I wonder if people would be silly enough to do that, but you just never know, y'all. Have to drink some water. You just never know. If somebody running around here using somebody else's info for YouTube, you crazy. And I just think, good morning, Ivane. And good morning, a clicking of you. Oh, you sent me a video? Okay, I'll check it. I told you just lovely. I was tired yesterday. I was rarely checking any messages or anything. I was just that tired. But I do feel refreshed. I feel refreshed. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like I'm ready to take on the world today. I feel like I'm ready to take on the world and ready to take on the YouTube and the internet beef sector. I feel like I'm ready to stir the pot today, depending on what comes my way. Oh, you just sent me the video. Okay, I'll check it. But yeah, so let's see. That's crazy work to use someone else's info just to troll on YouTube. Baby, I ain't got time. Maintain my work and personal emails, let alone create false accounts. Well, see, the problem with that, LaDon, is for you to use somebody else's information for a YouTube channel, then you must really don't care about the person. You must really don't care about the person. I understand people trying to get around the system, but in order for you to use somebody else's information, then it got to be somebody that you know or that you could verify. And I'm like, why would you do that? Because it's a couple of people that I've heard that talked about trying to get around certain regulations by using somebody else's information. I'm like, well, you don't care about that person enough to not even involve them. It's almost like you setting up somebody. And y'all, it actually reminds me of, believe it or not, a real life situation with two of my cousins. Oh, I didn't know what my content was gonna be this morning, y'all. But that's what y'all just said reminds me of a real life situation that happened with two of my cousins. Let me tell y'all. I got two cousins, y'all. They are sisters. I keep talking and not smoking my cigarette, y'all. This is the reason why y'all hear my lighter flicker a lot during my live. Because I light this damn cigarette and talk so much without puffing on it that then it'll end up going out. So then I gotta relight it. But anyway, when it comes to this whole ID thing, I have two cousins who are sisters, y'all. They have been flick rivals since they was kids. They have had this. They have roughly about a year or two separating them in age. From elementary school to junior high, all of that, they've been rivals. They are older than I am. So, me being the younger one, I was able to witness this rivalry from its inception. And even in elementary school, they were rivals as far as who had the best grades in school, who did the best in sports, who had the most friends, who had this, that, and the third. Once they got to junior high, high school, it was who is the most popular. Well, one of the sisters had babies, so she ended up having her babies probably around the age of 21, 22, and she had two kids. The other sister ended up having two kids in her late 20s. So now they both got two kids. Each one of them got a boy, each one of them got a girl. I ain't lying, y'all. I'm not lying. It's almost like they love each other to the point to where they best friends, but they still have this personal sibling rivalry. Over the course of the years, I've witnessed them get into physical altercations with one another, fist fights, cussing each other out. One of the siblings, specifically here recently, one of the siblings, or one of the sisters rather, was getting into some trouble, some real trouble. And she started using her sister's identification information. I ain't lying. Y'all, and that's one thing. People be like, J.Dunn, she ain't got no family members and all this. No, I got plenty of family members, and I got some crazy ones too. Let's talk about it. We all got a crazy one up in our family. But the latest thing that happened with them that I could not believe was one got pulled over for some type of violation when it comes to driving. And then also it was a suspected crime that was also thought that this person committed. And when I tell y'all that she proceeded to hand over all of her sister's information. Now, all of this happened in Mississippi, right? Her sister had moved out here to Georgia. Like what I've always told y'all, I have several of my cousins who moved out here to Georgia after I moved out here. So imagine you leaving the hometown and you living here in Georgia, raising your two kids, only for you to decide to go back to Mississippi to visit for the holiday season, y'all. And you end up getting pulled over and arrested. And you trying to figure out why. My cousin who live out here went back to Mississippi, ended up getting pulled over and get arrested and all this. And she got arrested because her sister had done used her name and information and all this kind of stuff because the sister was getting in trouble, y'all. So the cousin that actually got in trouble, so the cousin who actually got in trouble was completely innocent, had not been living in Mississippi for about 3-4 years at that particular point. All of that. And she ended up facing this trouble because of this sibling rivalry that has been taking place with them for years, their entire life. Once all that stuff was taken care of, and my cousin actually told me about this, I viewed everything differently. For a long time, me being on the outside looking in and looking how they fought and bickered and did just did all this tit for tat stuff with each other, y'all. I couldn't understand how they couldn't just move past it. Y'all just be sisters and just move past it. Until I found out about that little detail. Now, for me, that's unforgivable. What do you think? If you had a sibling that would use your identification for some fuck shit to the point to where you end up in trouble and you innocent, is that something that you could forgive? Is that something that you could forgive your sibling for? Good morning, Teddy. Can you forgive your sibling and turn the other cheek and be like, okay, that's still my sister. I gotta love her for the rest of my life. Or are you going to wash your hands with that person? Y'all, that's real shit that happened. And I was like, oh my goodness. Once I knew that, then I completely understood. Like it was like a light bulb went off to me for me to understand how come their fight has lasted so long. But I say all this to say the people that saying just to be on the internet, they would use somebody else's identification, then you must not care about that person. You must not care about that person. Y'all, it's wild. It's wild some of the things that people would do, but even about the rivalries. So we could get right back onto the Titans. And like what I had said before, y'all, my grandmother was one of 13. One of 13, which means it was 13 of them. So I have cousins and cousins and cousins and cousins across, and all of them have their own issues and things that they have, but specifically that sibling rivalry, I have never seen anything that deep until my two cousins. I ain't never seen it that deep. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons too why I think that me being an only child, I was cool with that. A lot of people be like, well, you an only child. You didn't ever want any siblings. You didn't ever want a sister or brother. I think maybe like in early elementary school, yes. But as I begin to grow up and watch the interactions about of my cousins and the different things that would happen with them as siblings, I was happy that I didn't have siblings. Even as far as me being a lesbian. Most of my good friends, y'all, real life good friends, they ended up getting outed by their siblings. Where now we done seen on YouTube people getting outed, getting pulled out of the closet before they ready to come out. It's a lot of people that I know who were outed because the sibling told their business. Period. I never had that to worry about. So I ain't have to worry about nobody outing me. A click in a view. No, they didn't have different daddies at all. They got the same mama, same daddy. The only difference that I could see with them is that there was some type of favoritism, I think. But let me tell you why. Why there was some favoritism. Thank you, Dr. Nikki. Let me see. Dr. Nikki said, good morning, J.Dunn. My mother-in-law is one of 23. Wow. Okay. Yeah, my grandma is one of 13, but what, one of 23? That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine. And good morning, Robin moderator. Oh, and Dr. Nikki moderator. I keep forgetting I gave you a wrench over here. My bad, Dr. Nikki. But Dr. Nikki moderator. But yeah, they have the same mom and daddy. The only difference that I could tell is that one of them was a preemie. The younger of the two was a preemie. And because the younger of the two was a preemie, of course, she got the most attention. You know, they doted on her a lot. I mean, she was a preemie. And meanwhile, it was only a year, maybe 2 year separation in their age difference. So they close in age to the point to where they were in elementary school together, junior high together, high school together. But the preemie did seem to be more favored. But I wouldn't say that she was their favorite. I just think that because she was a preemie and she had an uphill battle at birth, that made a difference in the way that both of them were treated by the parents. And again, they have the same mom and dad. Ain't no different daddy or none of that. So that's the only thing that I could tell, is that there had to be some type of jealousy that was already brewing from childhood. From childhood. And it just kind of festered and followed them throughout life. But the main thing is that they ended up separating and go their separate ways. But it's sad that even if you move out of the state, you still will have to worry about your sibling using your identification or your name and your information because they done got themselves in some trouble. Ain't that crazy? But yeah, that me watching their dynamic as well as the dynamic of others. Yeah, I was happy I didn't have siblings. One of my friends got outed because she was on the phone talking to her quote unquote girlfriend. And that was during the time when we had the house phones, you know. And one of her siblings picked up the phone to get ready to make a phone call and her talking to a girlfriend. And her sibling ended up outing her to the parents. You know, when you have them siblings that'll pick up the phone in the other room, the house phone in the other room, and cover the cover the speaker or the microphone part of the phone so they could eavesdrop on your conversation. Y'all, them type of problems I never had. But when you have siblings, I'm sure you have all them types of problems. But yeah, so because I was an only child, I got to come out of the closet at my own pace. Hell, and we ain't even gonna talk about after my mama died. Being an only child, I didn't have to worry about fussing and fighting with no damn siblings about what we about to do. That right there was a blessing. To not have siblings and be able to make the decisions for my mother as I saw fit. The fact that I did not have to go back and forth with somebody else about what we about to do with this, what we gonna do with this funeral, how we gonna arrange this, what we about to do with this, da 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 da. I ain't have to do none of that, and I'm so happy. Meanwhile, I look around me and I see different things that have happened with disputes with siblings and stuff when it comes to stuff like that. What the siblings can't agree on the final resting place for the parent, or the final wishes for a parent, or the final wishes for a loved one, the final wishes. They can't come to an agreement, so then it's a whole bunch of mess going on. But as an only child, you don't have to worry about that. And that's one of the blessings about it. Lemons Lake said we be on Judge Judy. And Just Lovely said the gender and age difference is the only misunderstanding with me and my siblings. Well, that's good. Because, yeah, some people have sibling stuff that just go left real quick. But with the Clash of the Titans, y'all, let me move on to my next point, too. With the Clash of the Titans, one thing that I witnessed this week as far as Clash of the Titans is this whole talent show competition situation going on here. Now we had Lemon, who had his talent show, been planning on it for like the last month and a half, 2 months. Been cussing people out left and right, being disrespectful, calling people whatever he feel like calling them while he drunk. But then at the same time, expecting those very same people to support his show and forget about what he said to them. Forget about the way that he was out of line and the way he spoke to them. No, just still come and support my show. Oh, Robin, you the only child too? That's what's up. But then you got Room Shaker that done came and done had enough, which Room Shaker been had enough, y'all. Room Shaker been done with Lemon for about a year now. Good morning, Gigi. Room Shaker have been over Lemon and his antics for about a year now. And she really was just, I guess, sitting back in the cut watching how he disrespecting the people, but yet wanting them to do him a favor and make sure he have a successful show. He want to disrespect you, but when it's time for you to do something for him, he wants you to help him. He wants you to support. Well, Room Shaker decided, well, look, y'all don't have to support this. I'll go ahead and throw my own talent show the same day, the same time as he is. Now, y'all know I'm an old petty bitch. Y'all know it. And when I heard that Room Shaker was playing in this type of thing, when I knew that Room Shaker was playing in this type of thing, that was up my alley. And I'm like, okay, Room Shaker, I said, you got my full support. I said, yeah, I'm down. I said, yes. Because even I can speak for myself. I have clashed with Lemon on multiple occasions. I done been disrespected by him. I done had to get disrespectful back. I've had to go with his channel to try to humble him. He was humbled for about a week. He ain't humble no more. Then what I noticed too, y'all, was it is true, whatever that you could do for him. But then when it's time for him to be supportive of the next person, he don't know how to do it. And the main thing is, how would you, who in their right mind would think that I would support your competition or your challenge, whether by donating to it or whatever, if I'm blocked over there? One thing that I never understand about the people that block me, well, first off, it's everybody's prerogative to block me. But when you block me, I don't know why you would expect me to want to be there to support you. And I witnessed Lemon kind of act out where he felt the need to drag me because I'm supporting Room Shaker. Y'all imagine being so haughty and entitled to where he knows that I'm blocked off his channel, so I can't type nowhere. He knows that he blocked me off his StreamYard just because he was trying to follow a crowd, so I can't click a link. But he had a nerve to be pissed off that I'm supporting Room Shaker. Make it make sense, y'all. Make that make sense. Gigi said, I didn't want to send a sibling. I was fine being an only child. I remember. And Bloop said, J.Dunn, did you see Uppity video with her arguing with the neighbors yesterday? I know it's off topic. No, I didn't see Uppity video. No. Uppity be having a lot going on over there, Bloop. If I wanted to see what it's like to live in the projects in transitional living or whatever the hell that is, I would probably live there. Like she always have something going on. Who in the hell trying to follow that all the time? I told at the beginning of this live, I went to sleep yesterday because I was tired. So I ain't see nothing. I might mosey over there and see what you're talking about, Blue. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's something weird going on over there every day. I'm almost sure of it. Dr. Sophie said, when my deceased mother was disrespected and nothing was said or done, and they were there, I was gone from Discord and moderator. Oh, Sophie, I didn't know you was up in the Discord. Gigi said he doesn't know or he doesn't want to. I think he doesn't care. Just Lovely said, if she succeeds, do y'all think he would throw a fit? I don't know. But see, this is my problem, Just Lovely. So far, she got the backing. But y'all, yesterday I witnessed that things waver. And this is... This is the point that disappoints me with the internet. Because you must realize that even though this is YouTube, yes, there are a lot of things here that simulate what goes on in real life. And the fact that I see Room Shaker being a woman taking a stand about the constant and continuous disrespect of women by women, but yet I see all of these women refusing to report or refusing to support Room Shaker's endeavor is wild as hell. It reminds me of actual real life, whereas Black people, hell, we already saw Old Navy allegedly, or Dove soap brand allegedly disrespect or make a mockery out of Black people, and we still go and buy from them. Oh, I still go to Old Navy for my summer clothes. Oh, I still go and buy Dove soap from Walmart so that I can wash my face with it. I'm allergic to anything else. I'm still gonna buy this. I'm still gonna buy that. But meanwhile, we saw them disrespect. We saw them disrespect. But then, as Black people, it's like, well, this is the only soap that I can use. I can't use no other soap. That's a lie. Try another one. Well, Old Navy have the best prices for me and my kids in the summer. That's a lie. I'm sure that you could go to another store. You just got to shop around. But the fact is, even when certain Black people are taking a stand, other Black people still want to continue. Just like right now, Room Shaker is a woman that was trying to take a stand, and I'm watching all of these other women that don't want to participate. LaDon said, but Jake, these business still employ Black people. I don't care if you into employing Black people. Them Black people ain't making the money that the creators of those commercials made. A business can employ the Black person, but if you employing the Black person and you only paying them $16 an hour, but then you got the person that created this discriminatory and racially triggering commercial, and that mofo made $2.8 million just for the commercial alone. Then am I really gonna support them just because they employing Black people? Absolutely not. No. Chick-fil-A employ Black people. I don't support them. I ain't support them in years. I couldn't even tell y'all what a raw fry tastes like. That's just how long it's been since I've been at Chick-fil-A. But Room Shaker taking a stand, and I'm looking at the women. Room Shaker took a stand. Brianna was willing to go with Room Shaker initially for the $150. And I witnessed Black women pay Brianna to go back to Lemon's disrespect. Good morning, Niecy, moderator. I witnessed Black women paying now how many times Lemon gotta call her a fat bitch? How many times Lemon gotta call her a whale, a hippo, shamu, whatever else derogatory bullshit that come out of his mouth? And when she decided to go ahead and go and support Room Shaker because Room Shaker is paying her $50 more, I witnessed some women in Pettyville pay this woman to ignore the disrespect that she has received time and time and time again. I noticed them line her pockets up to push her back into disrespect. And I'm like, what? I kid y'all not. And I promise y'all, many of my supporters sent me money to not get on people's links. And this was before I was banned off the links too. This was before. I couldn't believe Brianna's supporters, but then that let me know that this is just entertainment to them. Brianna could be called as many fat bitches and shamus and obese whale and all this kind of stuff by Lemon as Lemon want. They just want their entertainment, so they want her to go over there and be with Lemon. And I'm like, are y'all crazy? Then it got me to thinking, who supporters are y'all really? Are y'all really Brianna supporters, or are y'all Lemon supporters? Or are y'all just only here to support y'all self-serving supporters? Because I thought that was the most ridiculous thing ever. If anything, y'all should have been lining Brianna's pockets to go to Room Shaker. And it took them trying to line her pockets to go to Lemon for Lemon to disrespect her yet again. Have her over there clicking his link, agreeing to be with him. And as soon as she left off his link, he laughed, cackled, bragged about having her up in his motherfucking back pocket, which let him know that he could disrespect her and call her anything that he want. She gonna always come over there and do what he want her to do. And then turned around and said that he was gonna replace her with somebody else. Then that's whenever the Pettyville women or whoever decided to send Brianna money and say, we'll stay with Room Shaker. Well, now you telling her to stay with Room Shaker after she just went over there based on what you recommended and suggested to get embarrassed the umpteenth time? Some of these subbies on here be really, they confuse the hell out of me. Because most of this is for their entertainment. But y'all don't realize that Brianna Simone is Brianna's real name. That's her real name. That ain't no YouTube name. That ain't no made up name. Brianna or Brianna, because it's really Brianna. Brianna Simone is her real first and last name. That's her real government. So when you here thinking that, oh, it's just entertainment and all this kind of stuff, absolutely not. There is some real life associated with her online persona. And y'all just pay her to walk herself into being disrespected again, only to pay her to say, well, okay, stay over here. Go to Room Shaker. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all crazy as hell. Oh, look, Niecy, I wasn't even using this channel. I only have to start using this channel because of the striking wars. I'll be back on my J.Dunn channel very soon. Don't worry. But then I said I'll probably have to go back and forth between these two channels. But with the striking wars, y'all, I had to start coming over here. But I'm like, girl. But no, Niecy, you gonna keep your wrench over here. That's why I ain't give you one on J.Dunn. She said, girl, if you don't remove that tool from a retired snazzy grandma, and for the last time, welcome and hit the like. Thank you. I didn't give you a wrench on the J.Dunn because I know you were saying that you want to be low profile and low key now that you're a grandma. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't understand how even in this particular area of YouTube, women still can't stick together, not for a thing. Not for a single thing. But now one thing that I will say is I heard Brianna say something very ignorant in her last live, y'all. And I've always viewed Brianna as having somewhat of some sense, you know. But she said something that was really ignorant and so off-putting. But it didn't deter me from the the mission at hand. But what I heard her say was, well, J.Dunn, I told her, I said, I was witnessing these women kind of walking her into this disrespect and then walking her back and forth and all this. And I said, see, and I said, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not a feminist. And Brianna said, J.Dunn, you a lesbian. So you are a feminist. Y'all, I could have took my cell phone and threw it. That was the most ignorant shit I'd have never heard Brianna say. To make the assumption that because one is a lesbian, that automatically makes them a feminist. Well, maybe you need to look up the definition of feminist. Y'all, when she said that, I just stopped typing. When I saw that mess, I just had to stop typing. Because I'm like, what? No, actually, I did type. I said, what does my sexuality have to do with feminism? What does my sexuality have to do with the feminist movement? I'll wait. Do y'all know? And please like my video if y'all haven't. Do y'all know? I couldn't believe she said something like that. Clicking the view, she wasn't drinking. Or at least I don't think so. I was like, that's wild. But this is one of the reasons why I've never been a feminist. Never. And I've been a lesbian the entire time, but not a feminist. Most people don't even realize that the feminist movement benefited white women more than it benefited black women. So no, I never bought into the likes of feminist movement or being a feminist. I don't give a damn who I am sexually attracted to, which is a woman. That's what makes me a lesbian. But I don't buy into the feminist movement. And the one very time that I did right now and say, well, I'm going to go ahead and back this black woman, room shaker, this black woman, because I'm so tired of these black men and they disrespectful ass bullshit on here. And the other black women couldn't even fall in line. I saw the other black women trying to pay a black woman to walk right back into disrespect. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. But it's so many black women like Brianna that don't even know what the feminist movement stood for. Because if she knew what it stood for, then she would know that it has nothing to do with lesbianism. It be moments in time like this on here where sometimes I have to rethink about why I even been up in this sector for this long. I'm like, why in the hell have I been here? With this thought process and these what? Most black women, well, I wouldn't say most black women, some black women don't even realize that the feminist movement wasn't even for our benefit. We were still viewed as property or second class. That movement was not for us. That movement was for white women. White women is what that movement was for. What's good, Ken? Good morning. But many of them don't know. But either way, this weekend I plan to support Room Shaker. It's just like Walmart. If Walmart was the only place to shop, Walmart could discriminate against you. Walmart could price gouge and take all your money. Walmart could dictate pretty much any and everything, and you would just have no choice but to accept it. because you got to shop. You got to get the things that you need every day. But then that's why Target opened up. That's the reason why Target came around. So that Target could do something a little bit different. What's good, Fifi's World? Now, you don't have to put up with what Walmart got going on. You don't have to worry about spending money on the damn produce that people done touched and stuff and done moved it and sit it over there by the clothes, in the clothes hangers, by the fitting room, only for the worker at Walmart to take that same produce from the fitting room area and put it right back in the refrigerator cooler, and you wonder why you done got a salmonella outbreak at your house because you done ate something that came out the refrigerator, was left at the fitting room, and then the worker picked it up and put it right back. The worker picked it up and put it right back up in the refrigerator cooler, and your ass unknowingly came shopping for whatever that was, picked it up, put it up in your cart, bought it, took it home, ate it, fed it to your family, and wound up sick the next day. But over there at Target, the prices might be a little bit more expensive. But ain't nobody taking a pack of ground beef and leaving it in the fitting room. Over there at Target, the price might be more expensive, but you ain't gotta worry about somebody up in their pajamas and their flip-flops without a bra on, titties hanging down to their knees like chat rep, walking around that took a damn bag of a damn container of watermelon, fresh sliced watermelon, and took it over there to the damn TV section over there with the PlayStations and the TVs and left it over there for about 3 hours. Only for somebody to find it over there. Somebody find the package of watermelon over there. They just pick it up and take it and put it back over there up in the refrigerator section. And that watermelon have been sitting out for about 4 hours. I'm clicking a view said, I'm clicking a view said that shit happened to me about 4 weeks ago, no lie. Oh my goodness. I'm clicking a view. Did it happen at Walmart? Was it at Walmart? That's the question. Good morning. Good morning, Just My Thoughts. Good morning, Kimberly Black. Good morning. Y'all, that's one of the reasons too why I love here in Georgia, because I'm not really a Target shopper. I just use that because it could definitely rival Walmart. But here in Georgia, I prefer Publix. I prefer Publix over Walmart. And yes, Publix is more expensive, but the quality is better. A click in the view said, I knew something was off. It was a little warm temp, but I was in a hurry. What? That's crazy. That's wild. That's why I look at Olivia. Olivia said, Happy Friday, J.Dunn. I believe that's why I'm feeling sick. Because you don't because you got the ground beef that was already left up in the fitting room. That's why. They put it right back. They be putting it right back up in there. Then you come by it. What's good, Q Rob? Good morning, Donnell Jones. Good morning, everybody. It's crazy. But I say all that to say at this particular point, if we look at the scenario, linen is Walmart. Lemon is Walmart. We already know what lemon gives. We already know what Walmart gives. We already know what we're going to get when we go to lemon. We know the way that we're going to be treated. We know the customer service that we're going to get. We know exactly what's about to go on over there at Walmart, aka Lemons. Room Shaker is not doing her grand opening of a Target. Room Checker is doing a grand opening of a Target. But it seems like so many people are still content with the service that they get over there at Walmart with Lemon that they don't even want to go see what's going to happen at this Target grand opening. They don't want to try to see or put their support behind that to see if something different can happen. And it lets me know, it makes me wonder if that's because some people are they don't like change. A lot of times in life, people have an issue with change. They don't like for things to change rapidly. Some people have a fear of change. Some people have a phobia of change. But sometimes change is good. I know that over at Lemons, I've been disrespected countless times. I don't have to disrespect. I've had to disrespect him that countless times. But I know over there at Room Shakers, over there at the Target, I haven't I haven't experienced any disrespect at all over there. What's the difference though? The Walmart is right around the corner, and the Target you got to drive 2 miles across town to get to. That's the difference. Because that's what they were like. Well, the Lemon is beef sector, Room Shaker is health sector. You going outside the sector. Well, if I have to drive 2 miles across town to get better service and get better treatment, to have an enjoyable experience in which my communication is not ignored, in which my voice is not stifled or muted, then I'm gonna go ahead and go two miles across town to the Target that Room Shaker is about to open up. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, the Walmart is right there up in your neighborhood. Why you won't just go to your neighborhood? Because I don't want salmonella. That's why. Because I don't want botulism. That's why. Because I don't want ptomaine poison. That's why. Because I don't want a grumpy, deranged, anger-fueled alcoholic disrespecting me and not giving me my change back. That's why. That's why. Because over there at Lemons Walmart, he the type of one. I just thought of something that's it's gonna come off as shade, but it ain't no shade. He the type of one over there at his Walmart where you pay him a $20 bill and he don't give you your change back. And no, it ain't no shade to the original Vegas gate, but that's just how Lemon operate over there. At least if I go over here to Room Shack and I pay her with a $20 bill, she gonna give me my change back. Cause she ain't over there drunk. She ain't over there drunk. She able to count the change and give it back to me and everything. When I say Room Shaker, where in the hell is my change? She ain't gonna tell me. Mia can't be bothered with that. Mia can't be bothered. Me can't be bothered. She ain't gonna tell me that. She gonna be like, well, J.Dunn, how much I owe you? Let me see. She gonna fix it. She gonna make it right. She ain't gonna say Mia can't be bothered. I ain't gotta worry about Room Shaker keeping my change over there because Room Shaker ain't fiending on some damn teleport trying to buy some teleport. Room Shaker ain't doing that. Limit to keep your change and take it and go buy a bottle of teleport. Then turn around and cuss you out the next week and expect you to do something for him again. Speaking of which, he had cussed out Jeannie G over there, and I ain't even like what he did to Jeannie G. Jeannie G done supported that man. I could tell you personally, Jeannie G used to like for me to go and collaborate with Lemon. She did. Jeannie G done supported that man on his Cash App and his super chats and all this stuff in the past. But the way he cussed that woman clean the hell out because she is my supporter is unreal. Meanwhile, what he failed to realize is before Jeannie G was a supporter of mine, Jeannie G was a Shamar supporter. Before Jeannie G ever found my channel, Jeannie G was a supporter of Shamar. But Lemon is so simple-minded and such an ignoramus that he thought that he should cuss that woman clean the hell out because she supports me when she originally was a Shamar supporter. Then, because of her being a supporter of Shamar, that's how she ended up finding everybody else over here. That's how that happened. Respect is due to a dog. And I witnessed time and time again where Lemon don't feel like respect is due to anybody, especially not a woman. He's scared of these men, though. He think that we have to deal with his show and do whatever. But this is another reason why I call this Clash of the Titans, because now we about to have, tomorrow night, we about to have Room Shaker and Lemon clashing. I'm going to be supporting Room Shaker. I'm supporting Room Shaker, and it don't have nothing to do with B sector or Mo3 sector or Hell sector or none of that. It has to do with me supporting a black woman. It has to do with me supporting a black woman who has not been disrespectful, or at least not disrespectful towards me. It has to do with me supporting a black woman who comes over here countless times trying to support me. It has to do with me paying the support forward. It has to do with me even supporting a black woman who on my J.Dunn channel had a membership for many months. Lemon never got a membership on my J.Dunn channel. Never. No matter the amount of times that I was on his platform helping his show, I was on his platform before when he would go to sleep and all this kind of stuff. Room Shaker was on my J.Dunn channel as a member. Lemon thought that he was above getting a membership for me. Lemon thought he was above getting a membership for any of the women in this sector. Well, actually, he thought he was above getting a membership for anybody. Hell, everybody had to push him and shove him to get a membership for Laurie. And speaking of Laurie, I witnessed him disrespect Laurie for the umpteenth time last night. Now, I guess somewhere within the last 48 hours, he had promised Laurie to be his third judge for his AI competition. She was going to be judge number 3. I guess he must have promised her that on Wednesday night, I'm thinking. Only for last night, Laurie was right up there up on the panel with him. And he gave her judging slot to Treasure Lane. He saw Treasure Lane up in his chat, and he was like, well, Treasure Lane, you could be judge number 3. You could be judge number 3. And Laurie said, wait a minute, Lemon. I thought you said I was going to be judge number 3. I thought you said last night I was judge number 3. Wait a minute, Lemon. You said I was judge number 3. Lemon said, I did, little baby. Little baby, I did, little baby. Little baby, I didn't know I said you was judge number 3, little baby. Well, see, I think Treasure Lane, little baby, I think Treasure Lane should be judge number 3 because he know about being a judge. He replaced her in her damn face while she was sitting on the panel, said, even though he had just promised her to be judge number 3 just the night before, but that's because he was drunk, y'all. So he probably forgot that he even told her that. But she that easily replaced, because you're right, LaDon. He wants the clout that Treasure Lane can provide. He wants the clout that comes along with James being judge number 3. Laurie ain't got no clout being judge number 3. Laurie get pushed, shifted, and moved around, and she still sit up there and shuck and jive. In that moment, if Laurie had an inkling of a spine, and good morning, William. I don't know if I said good morning. Good morning, Crack Smoke. If she had an inkling of a spine, she would have turned around and told Lemon, Well, Treasure Lane could be judge number 3. That's perfectly fine. And tomorrow night, I will be standing with Room Shaker and supporting the women. That's what she could have said. Because he already replacing her as a judge. He replacing her for a man. Catch. Now, all the people that's judges up on that AI competition that he could move around, he took that black woman's spot to replace her with a man that could bring more clout. And she's still gonna sit her simple-minded ass over there and support him, even though he did that. Or she gonna hope that if she support him enough, then he gonna allow her to have that spot back. Meanwhile, the best thing that she could have told him, well, that's fine. Go ahead and let Treasure be your judge. I'm gonna be over there in full support of Room Shaker for her competition. People act like they don't have any other options or have any other choices about who they're going to support. LaDon said he told her, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. And I guess he told her right. What's good, Lunacy? Good morning. He told her right. LaDon said, not just a black woman, a loyal supporter of his. You know, Room Shaker be over there supporting damn Laurie ass. Room Shaker be first to support Laurie before Lynn. Whether it's coming over there and getting up on the panel with her or just typing up in the chat or whatever. Room Shaker be supporting, but y'all, you know, Laurie like to shop at Walmart. A click in the view said, F all that, J.Dunn, is you fixing to sing the Dolly Parton song. Dolly Parton song? What Dolly Parton song? I didn't even have a song in mind. I didn't have a song in mind. What Dolly Parton song, now? I don't even know. Child, look at clicking the view trying to clock me. Okay, LaDon, have a good day at work. You better sing the song. I'm looking for you to perform. I don't know what song you looking for. Y'all, I don't know too many Dolly Parton songs now. But what I do know is I hope that Room Shaker show goes off without a hitch, and I hope that she gets the support that she needs. I hope that the support is loud and clear so that Lemon can understand that there are options. That we have options. And that we don't have to shop at Walmart, but we could go and shop at Target. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. But yeah, well, I think I've honestly said everything I need to say to you guys here. Lunacy, it's so great to see you. I hope that you're doing well and swell. Lunacy be peeking in from time to time. I see she be up in here supporting everybody. But I don't see her all the time, which lets me know that she don't be liking all the mess all the time. Lunacy say she got to take her a break every now and then. She says she ain't got time for her spirit to get vexed with all the fuckery and the foolishness. And she have to take her a break every now and then. I guess she said now that it's the weekend, she said that she could dip in and see what's going on. Well, Lunacy, what's going on is that Lemon got his competition tomorrow, his talent show competition, in which he got $2,000 from his own pocket. And he been cussed out all the women, cussed out the black women, called them fat bags of bitches. Tell me it can't be bothered with that and all this raggedy ass bullshit. And Room Shaker decided that she doing her own talent show, and she gonna have her talent show at the same day and the same time as Lemon's. And she said her talent show is for all the people that Lemon fired or disrespected or called them fat bitches or called them crackheads or anything like that. Everybody that Lemon disrespected could be in her competition. So I got to be over there to support Room Shaker in her competition, Lunacy. So that's what you miss. And that's what I was telling I told somebody yesterday. I was like, so what you gonna do? You gonna barbecue a mildew? You gonna barbecue a mildew? Barbecue? I think in this scenario, whether you're gonna barbecue a mildew, if you're gonna barbecue, you're gonna go to room shaker. But if you're gonna mildew, you're gonna go to lemon. You're gonna barbecue, you're gonna go to room shakers for the cookout over there with the barbecue. But if you want a mildew, you're gonna go over there to lemons. You're gonna go over there in lemons and the mildew or the Taylor port. That's what you're gonna do. The choice is yours. You decide. Yeah, Lunacy and Room Shaker been raising her pot, y'all. I don't know how much Room Shaker got in her pot, but I know she had enough to pay Brianna $150 to be her judge. So Brianna Simone Pettyville got paid $150 to be Room Shaker judge over there from a Room Shaker competition. Yeah, $50. Oh no, $150 to be the judge of Room Shakers. Plus, Pettyville gave her some extra money to be the judge over there. Just Lovely said, didn't he and Demon Soul have a small? Yeah, Demon Soul supporting over there too. I've been up in Demon Soul Discord. Demon Soul got a Discord, y'all. It's supposed to be a messy Discord, so y'all know I'm over there. And Demon Soul said that all moles are welcome into her Discord. She said you can be a mole and be there. So I've been up in Demon Soul Discord and I've been promoting Room Shakers event. So hopefully we get the few people that's up in her Discord to support over there. But yeah, Demon Soul is support Room Shaker. Demon Soul is supporting Room Shaker. No, because Lemon kept calling Brianna a fat bitch. He called her a fat bitch because he was mad at Pizarro and and Room Shaker offered Brianna $50 more than what Lemon was offering. Lemon was only trying to pay Brianna $100. Meanwhile, he was paying Binary Code $300. Imagine that, Lunacy. Imagine him only offering Brianna $100 to be the judge, but they saying that Code is getting between $300 and $350. So once Brianna found out about this potential pay gap, where she not getting paid as much as Cole getting paid, then Room Shaker had made her offer where Room Shaker said, well, if Lemon is offering you $100, then if you be a judge in my competition, then I will pay you $150. So then Brianna was torn between the rock and the hard place, trying to figure out who she was going to be the judge for. And after a long drawn out process, she ended up deciding to be the judge for Room Shaker. But even if we're going to talk about all this beef sector, that stuff, I want to ask y'all up in my chat, what do y'all think about and what are y'all thoughts about the fact that Brianna is beef sector, Cole is Umar Johnson sector, but Lemon is paying Cole more money than he is paying Brianna? Let me say that one more time for the slow hoes in the back. Brianna is B sector, Cole is Umar Johnson sector, and Lemon is willingly paying Cole more money for this same exact competition than he is paying Brianna. Which means while people talking about, oh, we're going to support beef sector because Lemon is beef sector, Lemon ain't even paying the beef sector people what he should be paying them. He giving the money to the Umar Johnson, to Cole. If he offered Brianna $100, I don't know why they gotta be hoes. Just Lovely said, why they gotta be Just Lovely said, why they gotta be hoes? Girl, I don't know why they gotta be hoes. My bad, y'all. I ain't gonna call y'all no hoe no more. I ain't gonna call y'all no hoe no more. Gemini 75 said, Dunn Cole correct that yesterday. Lemon never said he was paying Cole that. I heard Cole try to backpedal and pussy pop. The fact is, Cole said that it was the initial agreement that he would be paid more than the judges. That's a fact upon a fact upon a fact upon a fact upon a fact. So they could backpedal and nigga explain and say, well, it wasn't $300. Well, it wasn't $350. But either way, he getting paid more than what a B sector judge is being paid. Now, that's the fact that we cannot deny. So again, why are the beef sector people saying, well, don't support Room Shaker because she ain't beef sector, with Lemon over there not even paying beef sector people up to par? Because he done already admitted that he is paying Cole more than he is paying the judges. That's what he said. Thank you for the clarification, Gemini 75, but that's what he said. He said, and Cole said that before Cole even agreed to be the manager, that he wanted it locked in to make sure that he was being paid more. So Lemon is giving the money to Cole, who is Umar sector. So I kind of really don't want to hear people saying, well, we should support Room Shaker because she ain't beef sector. I don't want to hear that, y'all. I don't want to hear it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. A click and review said, I really do not F with the Umar Johnson sector. They still scamming donations for education 2025. I'm not going. Well, the people that I know from that sector over there, Umar Johnson, the few that come up here and support me, they were against him. They were against him. Like Dr. Nikki right here, who supported towards my goal, which thank you again, Dr. Nikki. Dr. Nikki, she from that sector over there, but she wasn't over there scamming about the school. She was over there on Umar Johnson's ass because Umar Johnson was scamming the people. This is what Dr. Nikki was doing over there. She a real doctor, a real one. They said Umar is a fake doctor, but Dr. Nikki is a real one from that sector, and she was holding Umar accountable over there. Dr. Nikki be holding him accountable over there. But let's see. Clicking the View said, Clicking the View is talking to Nisi. But yeah, y'all. Gigi, he don't have memberships to the sector. He not paying the people that are the judges of the sector. Or he don't pay his judges from the beef sector the amount, but it seemed like Cole is getting paid the most. Oh yeah, wait a second. For y'all that was at Lemons, I just picked up my phone and checked a message that was sent to me while I was asleep. So somebody messaged me while I was asleep last night and said, I'm over at Lemons. He just gave Mika condolences. Someone died. Did y'all hear Lemon last night giving condolences to Mika? Did any of y'all hear him giving condolences to the head witch over there, the main witch? Did y'all hear anything about this message that I just picked up my phone and saw in my phone? Let me know if y'all know anything about what this is about. Y'all, I'm gonna have to double check this to see. Oh, y'all don't watch over there? Y'all, the reason why I'm asking y'all is because remember, the head witch put that spell on me and put me up in a freezer for black magic and malicious intent. And I then had to do return to sender and free my energy and regain power back of my own energy. And now they giving condolences. Crack Smoke said, yeah, I peeped that, but he was very discreet. So she tried to put a spell on me. And I returned to sender. And now they over there giving condolences. Oh, wow. I'm a clicking the view. I don't know who passed. Somebody from the head witch. Didn't I tell y'all that she needs to stop dabbling in that black magic and that bullshit that she over there trying to put curses and spells on people? Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all that she needs to stop with that negative fuckery and that witchery and sorcery? Because when you play with that mess and you don't know what you're doing, or you play with that mess and hoping to push evil onto somebody else and then they return it back to you, ain't no telling who it's going to touch once it go back to the sender. Because I sure did return it to sender, and now they over there talk about RIP for somebody that she know. Ain't that crazy? I really wish these people on here stop playing with the witchcraft and playing with the magic and playing with the spells and playing with all this mess. But over there at Lemon Land, that's all they do. Lemon Land, that's all they do is wave wands and stir the cauldron, do all this black magic, lighting black candles. Y'all saw that she did that whole video lighting a black candle and doing all this crazy ass mess and trying to put me in a jar in the freezer. Only for me to return the sender. And now look what done happened. She done been in and out of hospital. She had an aneurysm. Now somebody done died. What? What? I had to return that mess to sender, and oh, it dang sure did return. Oh, and one last thing too that I want to tell y'all. This weekend is Father's Day weekend, and also Sunday is Father's Day as well as my daddy's birthday. I did call him last night to see what he had planned to do for his birthday. He said he don't have no plans. He said he just want to sit on the couch. He said he not even really worried about his birthday coming up as long as Trump is in office. He said that's what he got to focus on. He said as long as Trump's crazy ass is in office, he cannot be focused on his birthday. He said, yes, he is glad to be alive and that he's going to be able to live to see his 66th birthday. He said, but as long as Trump is in office, he cannot focus on it. He said he got to keep his focus about that. I told him, well, at least we don't have to worry about Trump trying to get us deported. I said, we ain't getting deported. At least we got that on our side. So that's what he worried about, y'all. I asked him if he need anything. He said he don't. We talked about him playing chess, but his wife done bought him about 5 or 6 chessboards. I don't think he need another chessboard. But I was looking about getting him one, but I don't know if he need another one, y'all. I don't know. Niecy said your daddy want to hook up. Girl, I don't know, because I think at this particular point he just worried about politics. Oh, a clicking of you said, may I ask to you who would be a few of the OGs in the beefing sector to you? Miss King, I heard her on Lemons about a week ago. It had to have been about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, where she said, yeah, that she had an aneurysm that couldn't be treated. That's what she said over there on his panel. A click in the view said, get him a chessboard. He already got enough of them. But I was looking on Amazon to see about getting him a chessboard for his favorite football team. But I don't see stuff like that. Because if I'm gonna get him a chessboard, I want it to be different than any chessboard. I want it to be some type of different. All of the chessboards look the same. But I'll look again. I'm gonna look again. Don't worry. Clicking a view. I just think he got enough of them. I think he got enough. But yeah, Miss King, she did. She said that over at Lemons about a week or two ago. A clicking review. For me to say who is all an OG, that'll be a whole nother conversation for a whole nother live. Because if I end up going down the list and naming people, then I'm going to have to tell you why. And then you probably going to say, well, why you didn't pick this one up in your list? And then I'm going to have to tell you why. And I feel like that could go down a whole different route. Please like the video if you haven't. Oh, a glass chessboard. Huh. Let's have a kiki. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Well, Lemon's like my daddy in Mississippi. I'm in Georgia. He in Mississippi. That's why I was asking him what they was gonna do, because I was gonna either go ahead and send his wife a cash out towards whatever they're gonna do, but they just want to relax. But he was talking about the chessboard that he was playing chess with his friend, because they all mid to late 60s over there, retired and stuff like that. So that's how he spent his leisure time, playing chess, which I'm happy he playing chess and staying out of trouble. So yeah, but that glass chessboard might not be a bad idea at Let's Have a Kiki. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what I can find about that. You got yours off Amazon, Sophie? Okay. I'm gonna look on Amazon and I'm gonna look for a glass one and see if I could go that route. Because I doubt he got a glass one. And if I get him a glass one, then he really gonna have to be careful. He gonna have to be careful and take care of it. So that's what I might get. That's what I might get. Thank you. But yeah. Well, either way, y'all, I guess I'll go ahead and call it quits. But I'm gonna start looking on Amazon today about that glass chessboard. I'm gonna see what I can find. Thank you for that suggestion. Gemini75 said, make us send them money for a takeout dinner if they would rather stay in. That ain't a bad idea either. Okay. I got a few things to work with, because I want which I need to actually look to see the restaurants around them, what restaurant might even deliver to them. Because they still in Mississippi, DoorDash really ain't a thing, because Mississippi is so rural and country, and many of the restaurants ain't caught up with the change in the times yet, So I don't even know if I put their address up in my DoorDash app, if anything will come up. But I might do that to see if it's some DoorDashing around them, and that way I could surprise them with the food, where I could just go ahead and pay to get a DoorDash over there to them on Sunday. That's a good idea. And then the glass chessboard. Okay. You look at y'all done gave me some great ideas, actually. Appreciate it. Yes, it's going to be Father's Day and his birthday. His birthday is actually the 15th of June, y'all. And that was one thing, too, that we was joking about. Because I don't know if y'all know it, but Trump's birthday is Saturday, and my daddy's birthday is Sunday. And I had to mess with him, and I was like, you know that y'all was twins. I said, y'all identical twins. I said, maybe that's why you can't stand them the way you do. I said, you can't stand them the way you do. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I said, you can't stand Trump the way you do. I said, because y'all was almost birthday twins. I said, oh, thank you, Gigi. I said, you can't stand Trump because his birthday the 14th and yours is the 15th. I said, that's why. I said, that's why you want to hate on that man. I said, because y'all the same person. I said, you just the chocolate one. I said, you a chocolate Trump. He was about ready to cuss me out. He actually told me, don't tell nobody. He said, don't tell nobody else about that. And he said, now that you done told me about it, I ain't going to tell nobody either. So he don't even want his birthday to be even near or in association with Trump. I think that's crazy as hell, but that's what he said. But yeah, but thank you so much. So we got Dr. Nikic contributed to my goal, and now Gigi contributed for the chessboard. Thank you so much. I'm going to go look it up now. I think Just Lovely just sent me a link. I think Just Lovely sent me a link probably related to the chessboard, I'm sure. Cause she put I sent you a link right here. So that's probably about the chessboard as well. So I'm about to go look and see what I can find about that. The click in the view said the same person I like that. I said, yep, he just the chocolate version. What's good, Blondie Queen 55? What's good? Hey, Tracy, good morning. Hey, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Oh, a custom chessboard. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And then Gemini said, let the wife know if you do so she isn't cooking when the surprise birthday dinner is delivered. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm gonna definitely hit her up today. I'll hit her up. But thank y'all so much. Y'all, it's funny. I walked up into this live not sure what I was gonna do for him, and y'all done gave me some great ideas. So I appreciate it. Look at y'all trying to be good for something. Y'all actually good for something besides me. I thought y'all was just some old messy hoes up on here, but look at y'all actually helping a bitch out. They gave me some great ideas. So I'm gonna take today to see what I can find and get everything in order so I could get it sent on over. But either way, thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. Thank you to the people who donated towards my goal. And thank you to y'all for y'all continuous support. Thank you for liking the video. If you're catching the replay, please like the video. Y'all take care, be blessed, don't stress. And I will definitely see y'all on the flip side. Let me go and look and see what I can find. Because I'm going to have to, if I'm getting off Amazon, I got to go ahead and place the order very, very soon so it can get there. But all right, y'all. Bye.